All right, welcome back to another exercise tutorial. We're going over deadlifts yet again. Yes, deadlifts, I'll do deadlifts until the cows come home, both sumo and conventional. Today we're guys doing conventional. I'm gonna walk you guys through how I do conventional deadlifts. Again, my technique, my approach is one coming from someone who has no ACL in the right knee, deteriorating vertebrae, my L4 and L5, sciatica, hip issues, shoulders, the works, and the only way that I can do a deadlift properly is if I do it with good form. So this is how I do it. So you guys follow along and take these cues. Again, don't try and do everything at once. Try and take a couple things and apply them one at a time. All right, so when I walk up to the bar, again, I don't want to pull this to me. I don't want to pull this to me because then the bar pathway is going to be off for most people. Again, for those who are like powerlifters and they have their routine, they can do that. Professional powerlifters can do what they want to do. That's what they do. But for you guys, and what I'm coaching for you, it's those who want to use this for hypertrophy and strength. Technique's going to be the same. Anyway, so for me, I'm going to walk up to the bar. Now, my feet are always going to be this width apart because I'm just comfortable this way, and I've done my little trick a bunch of times. Again, we can just kind of like turn around in a circle, just jump up in the air, and naturally land. Where I land or where my feet are is where my hips naturally hinge when I jump. Because essentially a deadlift is a really big loading of a jump. If you put it this way, if I'm gonna jump and I'll throw my hands behind, I'm gonna do this and then jump up. So it's the same thing. When I land, here's my natural hip alignment. So now that I have that and I'm gonna walk up to the bar, I'm looking down at this bar and a couple things are gonna come to mind. Number one, my feet are gonna be, there's gonna be a lot more straighter than they are when it comes to squats because I don't want my knees to be doing a lot of this when I'm basically trying to do a deadlift, conventional deadlift. So I want them to be somewhat pretty straight. They can be a little bit open, a little bit. Now, I'm also seeing where do I want, how far do I want this to be from my legs, the actual bar. It's gonna be either right over top your shoelace or literally on your shins, which is super simple. So if you look from here, it's either gonna be right over top of my shoelace or I'm touching it on my shins. Now, right from here, I'm in a place where I'm almost ready. I can feel the bar on my shins, I'm close to the bar, my feet are where they need to be. Now from here, my goal is to, and I'm always thinking, I don't want my knees to flex forward because that's gonna disrupt the bar pathway. So if I do this to get down, I'm pushing the weight away, and then eventually when I start, I'm gonna do this, and then I come up, I'm gonna be pulling the weight to me, and that's not what we wanna do. We wanna make sure we keep the bar pathway consistent. So I'm gonna walk up to this bar, check my feet, make sure they're where I want them to be. Then I'm going to hinge my butt back while making sure my shins don't flex forward or my knees don't flex forward. I'm going to do that whole thing where I'm gonna pretend that there's a nasty ass bathroom behind me and I don't wanna touch a nasty ass toilet, and they don't got those really cool, I don't know why they're cool. They're cool with me because we don't got them in Canada. But either way, you know those toilet paper things you pull out and it's a toilet paper bowl shape and you just put on top and you can take it without feeling violated? That's at least how I feel. Regardless, we don't have one now. So guess what we're gonna do? We've all done this. We've all been able to kind of like shit their butt back. We're like, I don't wanna touch nasty ass toilet. And if you see while I'm doing that, I'm pushing my butt to the back, my shins aren't going anywhere, right? My shins aren't going anywhere. The difference between a squat and a deadlift is squat, any kind of squat movement, we're getting hip and knee flexion. Deadlifts or deadlift movements, sumo or conventional, those shins ain't moving that much at all. They're gonna go back, and I set my butt back, and while I'm letting my butt go back, I'm letting my arms loose and long so I can grab this bar on the outside of my shins. Outside and close. I'm gonna hug this thing as close to my shins as I possibly can, but I'm not gonna have it on top because I don't wanna disrupt the bar pathway, and I don't wanna be too far because guess what? The further I go, the far down my back goes. Now, if we're doing a snatch, it's a different thing, but we're not doing a snatch. So, we're gonna make sure that those arms are long, right by our shins, and we're gonna grab the bar, right? We're gonna grab it. I'm gonna kind of be like this, and then like start the deadlift and be like, all right, I'm gonna grip. We're gonna grip this bar, bam, knuckles down to the floor from here. Now, I'm in good position. Feet are locked in, my hips are back still. I got a round back, so guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna flatten that back out by pushing my chest to the floor and then push my butt back a little more. See what I just did? I'm pushing my chest down to the floor while raising my head up a bit and shifting my butt back. And all of a sudden, I'm tight. Now, I'm not there yet. The next cue is my favorite cue. Pretend somebody's tickling your armpits. Oh, look at that. You just turned it right on. Now you have a strong brace from here. Now the goal is before I get up, I want my arms to be long and stretched and tight. I don't want slack. I don't want this. I want to be here, locked in from here. Raise the chest up a bit. Now I'm super tight. Now from here, I'm thinking about doing a leg press. I'm gonna press myself up from here. Deep breath in, I'm gonna press from the floor. Now, before we get off the floor, here are the things we need to understand. When my butt goes up, the bar goes up. Here's what I mean. This is what normally happens. We're all set up, we look great, all of a sudden we're this. And then the rest comes up. We want long arms, tight, and when the butt goes up, that bar goes up. I'm just doing this. And that bar should be coming, we're all one. It's not this and then this. It's your long arms. Pretend your arms are ropes attached to your shoulders with hooks on them. And when we're down here, we're locked in, pretend some tickling armpits. We're here, the arms are long. And now from here, feel my toes gripping in the floor. Everything's tight, breath in, and I'm gonna up. And then on the way down, it's gonna go the exact same way it came up. Hips are gonna go back. Chest is gonna stay up, and back down, right? We don't want, right? Because what happens, look at that, my bar pathway is effed up. So when I do this again from the start, walking to the bar, my feet are aligned, naturally where my hips are aligned. Then I'm gonna set myself up, pushing that butt back to that dirty ass bathroom, that toilet. If you could do it without envisioning that, great. If you can't, nasty ass bathroom behind you. Ew, gross. We're going back, arms are long, because we want our arms long. They're like ropes with hooks on the ends of them. We hook on, lock in, chest is gonna go up, gonna go forward while the butt goes back a little more. Arms are long, pretend someone's tickling your armpits, pushing from the ground, deep breath in, standing right up, hips forward. All the way back down, same way, because we want that bar pathway to stay consistent. Guess what? Going back down the same way. And up again. When I'm doing deadlifts, it doesn't matter how many reps I'm doing. I'm thinking I'm doing more so this exercise, single sets. So if I got 10 reps, I got 10 single sets. I want every rep to look the exact same. I'm gonna reload from the bottom. I'm gonna brace tight. I'm gonna lift it up with power. I'm gonna return it back to the ground with some grace. So from here, what it looks like for me, just walking up, brace, lats, core, breathing tight, thinking this from floor to core, braced, locking in, and there you have my conventional deadlift tutorial. The way I do it, this might help you do it well too. Anyway guys, some more videos like this, let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.